And do the Essassani have marriage? And what is your relationship with your significant other like?
We do not have the ceremony or ritual that you would call marriage. Again, we do not impose any kind of societal structure on the relationships we attract into our lives, except that we allow the relationship to be what it is as a reflection of what we need to know, and we reflect back to the others what they need to know synchronistically, and we allow the relationship to show us what it is and how long it needs to last in the form in which it comes. We do not impose any assumptions upon what that relationship needs to be, and do not have any particular societal or ceremonial structures to those relationships. We, in a sense, consider the entire civilization and all the population to be married, if you want to use that term, to each other. So the idea is that everyone is one family. All the children are the children of all the adults. All the adults are, in a sense, the parents of all the children, because, again, remember, we're telepathically bonded. And therefore, we always know where our children are. We always know where each other is when we need to. So in that sense, we don't need any particular kind of relationship structure. We are all in the relationships synchronistically we need to be in for as long as they need to last, and in the form in which they need to come. We simply know that that's the way that it serves us best, and that's the way we operate through pure synchronism.
And how is a child created on your planet?
At this time, we are beyond the idea of physical procreation, although that used to happen similarly to the way that you birthed children in the past. But now, it is simply up to individuals to overlap their energy fields, and in the overlap of those energy bubbles is the creation of a new body that a soul takes on as a child for its existence, manifesting and appearing in our reality, you would say, as if by magic, in the overlap of those two energy bubbles.
And how did you know that being a first contact specialist was your highest excitement? Were there other significant possibilities you explored? And this is a great question. Do you get paid for it?
No, we do not have money on our planet because there is no need for it. We have unlimited energy and unlimited resources. Everyone has what they need. You do not need an artificial medium of exchange on our planet to get what you need, because everyone is being of service. Therefore, in a sense, everyone is doing their quote-unquote job in helping everyone by being in the perfect place at the perfect time to give everyone what they need and receive exactly what they need in a perfect, flawless, immediate, synchronistic exchange of all things necessary on our planet. The idea, again, is not that mysterious. How do you know what you're excited about? How do you know what you're attracted to? You just know. You feel it. You see it. You get excited about it. You become passionate about it. So I am passionate and always have been about being a first contact specialist ever since I knew there was such a thing as being a first contact specialist, and that there were other civilizations I could interact with that I could learn from. And therefore, my father teaching me how to go through that methodology became one of my passions. I've also said that I am passionate about being a sculptor, an artist in that sense, and working with different kinds of nanotechnological materials to create different sculptures that can interact with people in certain ways to reveal to them what it is they wish to get out of the reflections of interacting with my artwork as a sculptor. There are other things I'm passionate about too, and I will go into many of those at another time.
But when you incarnated, that was already a given, wasn't it, that you would be the first contact?
It would be my life path. But again, in the physical experience, I simply found that I would be attracted to that sort of thing as a reflection of what my soul chose for my life path. It doesn't discount that I don't discover it as a passion when I'm physical, but yes, of course, it was laid out on the life path.
So how does a 3-year-old on Essassani experience reality? Like, how is it for them at that age?
Well, again, at 3 years of age, they are allowed to go wherever they wish to go. They are much more mature than your own children at that age. And again, remember, being telepathically connected to the rest of the beings on the planet, they will receive the guidance and the direction that they need as they wander around looking at the things that are representative of the challenges they posed on their life path and their passions that lead them to those challenges. So they are free to move about much more freely than a child of that age on your planet because they are taken care of.
And does your society practice religion?
No. We know our relationship to all that is, spiritually speaking, because we understand the nature of spirit and that is our natural state. We do not need an intermediary sociological structure to represent the idea of our spiritual connection as reflections of Source. So it's simply ingrained within us that we know this and have a direct relation in our experience with Source. We don't need an intermediary form of religion to express it.
And you've mentioned Anima is a social engineer, is that correct?
Yes, a social engineer in the idea of planetary management, but specifically with the idea of the beings that participate in the idea of planetary management. In other words, guidance for the beings themselves that handle planetary management. That's why she's referred to as a social engineer, helping people understand how to manage an entire planet, guiding the people themselves and suggesting different techniques and approaches and things like that, but helping with the people themselves whose job it will be to manage the planet.
And did she also incarnate into a family where that was part of their focus?
Yes, she has a family history of doing that, although again, there are other members of her family that don't participate in that particular function, of course.
And what does the environment, nature, and biodiversity on your planet look like? Which region of Earth is most similar to your planet?
Though temperate regions, we don't have extreme seasons like you do. Most of our planet is relatively temperate because we don't have the same axis tilt on our planet that you do. Therefore, you would look to the tropics or the temperate zones and things like that that would be more similar to the idea of the flora and fauna on our world.